Sorry about that, it got cut off. Insert like so. Close it. Got a little paper straps around it. Let it drop. Next is the drain bag. I connect them to the cassette. Next is the bags of water. Like so, you check, make sure there's no leaks. The first bag goes on top of the machine. On top of the machine is a heating tray to warm the water. It's not going to make it hot. Another bag. Both bags is like 5,000 milliliters. They both so they like 10,000 milliliters. So all it's not gonna go on to me tonight. Only 8,000 worth. So you put this to the side. Next, I gotta throw on my mask and sanitize my hands again. You have to make sure your hands sanitized when open up the port to connect, because you don't want no germs getting in and going in and out your site, because it can cause an infection. First you twist this cap off, the top bag, and take this red line, connect it, same with the bag to the side. Take this line, connect it. Press next on the machine. And now I have to wait like 3 minutes for it to boot up. And I guess I'll take a seat and explain. So the top bag will fill you with fluid, and the bag on the side will refill the top bag to heat it up. So once the fluid that's inside you drains out into the drain bags on the floor, it can refill me again. You don't want the water to get too cool. That's why I have a heater at top, because it can cause cramps. But I never really had that problem. Well, I never had that problem. But you gotta make sure. Whew. Excuse me. So like I said, now I've got about like 2 more minutes before I move to the next step. Usually I'm just sitting here watching TV, but tonight I'm showing y'all how I do this. You may think this, well, it is a lot, but it's better than what I have right here. This is not a fistula, it's a graft, but it's used to do uh, the blood dialysis, which is not as good as this because this is cleaning me every day. When you go to in-center, you only do that like 3 times a week, which is why your diet is really limited. This allows me to eat a little more, but I can't overdo it on the certain things I can't eat. And I really don't have time to go through a description of all the things I can't eat. Maybe I'll talk about that in another video. So just keep watching. Oh boy, okay. I got about a minute left before we move on to the next step. It's kind of fun, right? No, it's not fun. Boring. So we're almost done now. There's a little wait time. Now, another thing, make sure to have your doors and windows closed because you don't want no dust particles flying around in your room. So if it's chilly in your room and you got a heater, you're going to have to cut it off while you're doing this. Because like I said, you don't need no dust particles flying around because you don't need no dust getting in your exit site tube. You have to keep this really clean. No harm in my mouth because I have to clean this off before I hook it up with some bleach wipes that I have. And that's just to make sure, bleach kills just about everything. And that's to make sure I won't get no infections. Because if this exit site get infected or damaged, I will more than likely have to go back to in-center. And I don't want to do that. I'm anemic and it's cold in there and they keep it cool because they're working with blood. So I don't want to do that. I used to sit in there with a blanket on and almost freeze to death, even with my blanket. And the chairs are heated, but that really doesn't help. All right, next step. It says break cones and clamp unused line. So this right here has a little cone inside of it that you have to break so the water can go through to the tube. So let me set y'all down and y'all look at my ceiling while I do this. Now, depending on how bad your kidneys are, you might have to use more than one bag or something. So, but I don't. I just have to use 2. So there's other lines on here that you have to clamp closed because they're not being used, which are these right here, still hooked on the machine. Then I take the bag and hang it on the side of the machine, the one that's on the side. Like so. I press the next button, and now it's priming for the next step. And that takes about a minute, so we just sit and wait. Again, usually at this time I'm just gathering all the stuff I ripped open, placing in the box, that I just took the water out of to throw away. Sorry about the light. It's probably be, like I said, it'd probably be better if somebody was in here to record with me. They'll have to wear a mask though, because I don't want their germs either. I really don't understand why I have to wear a mask because my germs that's coming out of me are just gonna go right back in me anyway. So they're my germs. But that's what the doctor told me I have to do, so I just do it. Hey, then that helped me get a little better, so I'll take their word for it and just do it. Oh boy, this is a long process, I think. How long it's been? Like, it looks like about 11 minutes so far. Well, no, I got cut off, so it's probably been more than that. I don't really time how long this takes. So, dee dee dum 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 dum. Like I said, I'm not just good at this. I'm just starting off, and I'm just trying to show you what all you have to do. If you're not able to do this ain't the dialysis for you, unless you have someone that lives with you to help you. Now, the machine is showing me what clamps are open and which ones are closed. So the ones connected to my bags are open, and it shows the rest are closed. So I press next to go to and have to boot up again for a minute. I don't know why. I don't understand why I have to boot up so many times. But hey, I didn't make this machine. I guess it's calculating to make sure everything is right. I don't know. Maybe I'll do this over and have maybe my daughter help me. That way she can record and I can show you fully everything I'm doing. But I'm quite sure y'all can catch an idea of what I'm doing now. Okay, it says ensure blue line clamp is open. And that's this right here. This is what connects to me. As you can see, it's mega long. This allows me to get around the house still while I'm connected. So and the clamp on it is open. So I can press next and let it boot up for a minute again. And what it's doing now is filtering a little water through the tubes to make sure everything is flowing properly. I need to keep these things out my mouth. I'm acting silly. Oh boy, it's kind of hot in here. I want to open my window, but it's hot. But I can't open it while the machine is doing its thing. Once I'm all hooked up, then you're free to open everything back up. It doesn't matter now. If you're chilly, you can turn on your heater after this. But probably not a good idea to leave your heat on all night in here with this machine because it sometimes overheats the bag on top and it can cause it to not pump into you because it don't want to pump no water that's too hot into your body. Okay, machine says close patient line. With this, you want to make sure that there's a little water flowing into there. I don't think y'all can see it. I can barely see it. Okay, it's some in there. So I clamp this now. Press next. Now I have to grab my mask again and sanitize my hands because it's time to hook up to the machine. Sanitize these hands. Also now, I'm taking a bleach wipe to clean this. A few little swipes and all good. Next, I connect it to my machine. Twist this off. Oh, I don't think I'm showing you. It's kind of hard to show you, and I need both my hands.